And I'll fly until the end of the sky. So I'll be the one who doesn't have to say goodbye.
Hello guys, I'm reaction of this My Little Pony Dark SOL fanfic reading called Monsters. It's 21 minutes and 43 seconds long. Okay, Monsters. Not to be confused with the same name called Monsters that used to be on TV, and not to be confused with Monster Inc.
Seriously?
Sorry, Upper Bloom. Truly am sorry. Monsters. What is this about? Because is it physical monsters like that kind of live under the bed, or is it something a lot different than monsters under the bed? There's only one way. There's only one way to find out. Let's get this reaction started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Get into the reaction and click my fingers. Go. Very eerie music at the beginning.
There was a monster in the room.
Yeah.
Its shape was equine.
Hello,
but its
Rarity.
mouth was full of thin, needle-like teeth that jutted out in uncomfortable angles that didn't allow it to close its mouth. Loose sheets of colored flesh clung to its frame, appearing to be on the cusp of sliding off its body. The visage of the beast gripped Rarity in an icy fear. But there was also a flicker of anger.
Anger?
Yet that anger melted away when the beast turned its head toward her. Did its head turn, or did she imagine it? Even though
the mannequins,
it had no eyes
the mannequins
to
are
she
possessed
could feel
by
a
monster.
soul. She
Potter.
glanced at a sheet of fabric.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I got it wrong last time.
Wanted to pull it over her body in a vain attempt to protect herself from its piercing gaze.
Stay away from me!
Any moment.
That is a good scribbler.
The monster would
Rarity,
and rip her to pieces with its mouth full of needles. There was nothing she could do to stop it, for her magic was not
totally the
strong
wrong way
enough
round.
to defend
That's
herself.
a good Rarity.
And
It's
the
done by
monster
scribbler.
sat in the middle
That's not
of
good.
her creative
That's a
room.
good scribbler.
In order to get out the door,
Hashtag.
she'd
Someone's
have to
gonna
pass
hashtag it.
within a hoof reach of it. However, it never stirred from its spot.
I can't believe I said that.
The feeling that it was always a moments away from moving toward her. How did this monster even get inside of her home?
You invited it in?
Did she allow this to happen?
Might be.
You've done this to yourself.
Oh, come on! Who said that?
Her vision swept over the room, but she couldn't see where the voice came from.
Good time, Miss Weebo.
Monster you created.
Her eyes widened.
Rarity has created the monster?
The monster. But its mouth never moved. So how did it speak?
Through the mind?
What do you mean that I created? I've never created something so hideous.
She's good! I love Scribbler. She's good.
Playing some role in this monster's birth.
You wouldn't, would you?
Even though its lips never moved, Rarity could swear that she saw the monster sneer.
I'm here, aren't I? You gave birth to me.
What?
I am a culmination of your talents.
You gave birth to a mannequin?
It can't be true.
Of course it's true.
I don't believe you.
I don't need you to believe me.
It's right in front of your eyes.
You know.
Open up your eyes.
She refused to believe the monster. Though
yeah, she would.
A grain of truth in its words. She refused.
Well, you took the other letter in the other story seriously, didn't you?
You're lying.
You're lying.
That had to be the answer. She averted her eyes, not wanting to gaze upon the horrible, lying visage of the monster.
Oh, excuse me.
Look at me.
Look at me.
My existence cannot be denied. Accept the truth.
The truth of what?
Though the room was not cold, She shook where she stood.
No.
Accept it.
Is this a
Hot tears threatened
another
to fall
prank
from
sort
her
of thing?
eyes, so she closed them as tight as she could.
It kind of reminds me of
That was
her.
not enough.
It kind of reminds me of
The
the
offending drops of water
her dream
built in the
she had
corners of her
in
eyes
Do Princess Dream a
until
Magical
she could
Sheep,
no longer
where the
hold
mannequins
them back.
come to life.
She felt the tears stream down her cheeks.
Why are you doing this to me?
Maybe you deserve
You
it.
make it sound like what I'm saying is a bad thing.
Oh, come
Shouldn't you be proud of me?
Give Tony Sweebo.
Your greatest creation.
No, you can't be.
Is it the fabric?
She wanted to deny it.
Is it the fabric
But she
that
felt
she
the
used has
strain
created the
her
monster,
heart.
like it goes attached to the fabric?
Be it.
Wait until the world sees me. They'll know that it was you who gave me life. Every pony will know.
Every pony, but
Please, no.
what are you then,
No one
monster?
can know that I made you.
And no one ever will.
The monster's words
did you
were so
design the
simply
monster?
delivered that it sounded like the monster.
There's a big
had
difference
spoken
between
about
designing,
a
isn't
pleasant
there?
Spring day, but the words made Rarity feel a winter's chill.
No one will ever know you made anything.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You'll try and try again. To want to something that
Oh my
everyone will
gosh.
love, but no one will notice. Even
Dear.
if you shout it from the rooftops, they won't hear you.
There's no rooftops
Even if
in.
what you create is
You
beautiful,
can't climb up your roof, can
no
you?
one will be there to see it.
Why
No
not?
one will even tell you if they hated it. You will fall into obscurity.
Security?
Forgotten. It will be like you never existed.
Tighter and tighter, the roots.
Are we going to go back in the past sort of
crushing
thing?
her heart to pieces.
Oh dear.
Cold and painful. Rarity's legs gave out under her.
Why do you say that? Why are you trying to hurt me?
Because he wants to see you suffer.
Get it? Look behind you.
What's
You have all the proof you need.
What's behind you?
When Rarity turned around, she saw the once beautiful creatures she had made before the monster as nothing more than carcasses. It was only now that she
Ah!
their putrid smell. Her stomach churned.
It kind of relates to the other story, doesn't it?
Creations lying in
Like-
such a disgraceful pile.
The Fluttershy
Anger swelled
thing.
within her.
Are they
Then
connected?
that anger gave way to a dull
Are they
ache in
connected?
the remnants of
The
her
corpse
heart.
or Fluttershy or something? Are they connected? Or the
I
spirits?
hate you.
I hate.
You don't. That is why I exist.
You love
There
me.
is love inside of me. Love that you placed there. Whether you
Oh
meant
dear.
it or not. And it's because of this love that I'm telling you the truth.
Why must you be so cruel to me?
Because you were
The
cruel.
truth was never meant to be kind.
You were
But
cruel
you
to
rather
them.
let you falsely believe that you have a chance at creating a creature that is loved and desired by all.
Is that Fluttershy?
A much crueler fate than anything I could ever see.
Is that Fluttershy?
Was the monster right? Was there no hope of her giving life to something that would be so desired by ponies? There had to be a chance. There just had to be.
Or a trap?
Maybe if I just try again, surely
Do
I...
you hear the desperation in your own voice? It sounds like you don't even believe your own words.
But I've never wanted anything more than this.
She said, looking
Really?
at all the images of the beautiful creations that hung on her walls.
Mannequins or
Creations that
ponies?
inspired her not just to create things of equal value, but to give life to things of even greater beauty. Ever since she saw the crowd's reactions to her creations during the
Rarity's
talent show
patterns?
when she was a little filly, she dreamed of making ponies smile because of something she gave life to. Was this just naive of her to believe that she could make a living off this dream?
That's Pinkie
The
Pie's
longer
job,
she
isn't
stared at
it?
the images, the further away they appeared to be. She couldn't touch the images even if she wanted to.
Is in the mind
There
then?
were so many other ponies like her. Ponies with dreams and talents that rivaled and perhaps even surpassed her own.
Yeah.
What made her so special as compared to them?
Is she that
What made
special
her
though?
think she deserved to stand out in a crowd? Rarity lowered
Freeze-
her head,
freeze the crowd.
closing her eyes, cutting herself from
Sorry.
the dream that once inspired her, but now only tormented her.
Yes,
On the inside.
That's right. Give up on this ridiculous dream of yours. It will only cause you pain.
The monster
never be
is
happy.
trying to convince
It will
Rarity
never be fulfilled.
to come to reason.
Only be disappointed.
Like, stop
Better to feel this pain now
the killing or something.
than wait until later.
Come to your senses or something.
I've tried so hard. I have so many rejection letters that I've stopped
I
counting
try
them.
so hard!
My parents don't even know about the letters. How can I tell them that I've thought about
Letters?
missing out on my own because no one wants to sell my dresses? There's
Dresses,
a
dresses,
that
dresses!
recently went on sale just outside of town that would be perfect for what I need. It needs work, but I have some bits
Out of
pieces,
town?
and I
Where?
think it could really be something someday.
Tell me, how is a nobody supposed to create something out of nothing?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, door's opening.
Rarity, are you home?
Hello, Sparrow!
Pitched voice.
That's
came from
Rarity's!
somewhere
That,
in
no,
the
that's not
house.
Rarity, that's Sparrow's voice.
No. Why was Sweetie Belle home early? Rarity could not let her little sister know about this.
That's Wee Belle?
Belle can't see you.
Why not share your creation with
That
her?
sound like...
Why not share
That sounded like Sparrow.
failure?
Is that... Is...
She can't see me like this.
Why not?
Rarity, is that you? She heard Sweetie Belle's voice grow louder as she approached her room.
That is Sweet Belle's voice.
Oh, Sweetie Belle, we're in here. Stop it.
But you know you want to share your misery with her.
Misery?
After all, she is the only one that could ever care at this point.
Yeah, what?
Come quick, Sweetie Belle. Your sister wants you to feel her pain.
There's an echo there.
No.
A sudden burst of strength. Rarity gripped the monster in a blue field of magic.
The monster is
There was
creating that,
shock in the
thing there.
monster's unmoving face.
What are you doing?
Payback. She's destroyed the mannequin.
Rarity, are you okay? I heard a loud crash in your voice and thought that... She glanced around the room.
It's like,
What happened in here? Why are your dresses in the corner?
Those ratty things. I was just going to throw them out.
Throw them out?
start afresh.
You crazy?
Are you crazy?
Sweetie Belle took a step toward the dresses.
Don't walk near that thing.
Sweetie Belle stopped. There was a puzzled look on her face when she glanced at the monster.
What was the monster?
It's just a mannequin. Rarity blinked a few times, not believing her sister's words. But she was right.
A ghost?
Where the monster used to be was only a simple mannequin.
The monster or
Where did the
poker,
monster go? Or had it always
poltergeist?
been?
Bloody hell! It was possessing the
Her
mannequins.
steps were slow when she approached the mannequin, fearing that its innocent appearance was just a disguise to lure her into a false sense of security before transforming back into its monstrous form. Yet when she removed the spools from atop the mannequin, it never turned back. Its flesh was nothing more than the
You
failed
destroyed the
dress
soul
she
of
had
the
been working on all
poltergeist
afternoon before she went to check on the mail, while its teeth were only the needles she haphazardly shoved into the mannequin's muzzle when she had given up on the
Oh, I know those,
after reading her latest rejection letter.
Just a mannequin?
Just a
Rarity whispered to
mannequin?
herself,
I think there's more to
even
that.
though she did not quite believe it. even if it was true. Sweetie Belle ran her right hoof through the dress pile. They're so pretty. How can you want to get rid of these?
They're not good enough.
Not good enough? Look at this one.
There's nothing to see.
Rarity? Are you okay?
Are you okay, Rarity?
She saw the concern etched on Sweetie Belle's face, and knowing that she was the cause of her sister's worry made her eyes water.
Oh, come on!
I'm fine. Why don't you go play in the yard?
Not until you tell me what's bothering you.
What is bothering you, Rarity?
No. She didn't want to burden her sister with her problems.
But sometimes you have to.
Rarity offered her sister a small smile, meant to reassure her. But as her lips turned up, she felt how disingenuous the smile was. No, you're not.
It's all in your mind.
As soon as her sister touched her, she felt the tears rush down her cheeks.
Yeah, let it out. Let it out.
I just can't do it anymore.
Do what?
Can't do what?
All of this.
This.
Olive, wait a second. Are you talking about your dresses?
Why not?
Rarity nodded.
Why not?
But you're the best dressmaker in all of Equestria.
Yeah, you are.
Why would
You're
you say
a
that?
Rarity.
Her sister sparked a small flicker of joy inside of her ruined heart. But it didn't last.
No.
Sorrow came back like a wave crashing on the shoreline of a beach, snuffing the flicker out, turning it to smoke.
To smoke.
Because of this.
What is
She
it?
didn't even have to look at her latest letter to know that it sat in the center of her desk.
What is it?
She
What
levitated
letter
it
it?
over to herself and dropped it on the floor.
What letter is it then?
What's this? Sweetie Belle picked up the letter and started reading.
Oh dear.
They don't know what they're talking about. You shouldn't let one letter get to you.
Bad with
But it's not just one.
Rarity concentrated
Hate
on
mail!
her desk and pulled out one of the drawers. When she flipped it over, dozens of letters rained onto the floor.
Don't you see how many there are? They can't all be wrong, can they?
Is that Harry Potter
There's
reference?
something wrong with me that I can't see.
You've been sick with
There's
Hogwarts
nothing wrong
School,
with you,
Witchcraft and Witchery.
Sweetie Belle glanced back at the pile of dresses. Ah, give me a second. I'll be right back.
What? What?
Okay.
Okay.
Rarity sniffed and wiped her nose on the back of her right hoof. Goodness, she had to look terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible as your dresses.
Your dresses are not
Why couldn't the
terrible.
monster leave her alone? It had won. She now knew that she had no discernible talent to speak of. The monster should be celebrating its victory and leaving her to wallow in self-loathing. There was no need for it to subject her to this additional torment.
Hate, basically.
I'm back,
I'm back.
Sweetie Belle said, carrying one of her dresses.
Why do you have that?
Tell me what you see.
Well, the colors are uninspired and the chain stitching near the hemline is a little sloppy in places.
Further proof that she did not have any right to call herself a designer with such amateurish mistakes. Sweetie Belle shook her head.
You know more about designing it than...
You know what I see?
What do you
I
see?
see the light yellow and how you told me you picked the color because it captured the feeling of a spring morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it still might not be the most inspired color choice, but I guess I had a good reason for choosing it.
You have a creative mind, Rarity.
And who cares if you messed up a little on the pattern? Everything else is practically perfect. Plus you sewed it all by hoof. That's super hard to do.
Yeah, whoa. It's like,
You just need to have...
not every
That's
pony
cutting yourself
is...
short.
Not every
That's
pony's
really cool
perfect.
that you can do that. A smile crept on.
Not every pony's perfect.
Except, this time, it was genuine.
Yeah.
Her sister was right. She had been selling herself short as of late. Perhaps it was unfair of her to be so hard on herself.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But what What does she know about fashion? She's only saying these things because she's your sister and doesn't want to see you upset.
Sweetie Belle would not lie to her.
No.
Not about something like this.
No.
She would.
The monster sounded desperate, like it needed Sweetie Belle to be lying. But Rarity knew her little sister.
She would never lie.
She wouldn't.
No.
The monster hissed in pain.
Ah!
Did this mean that she should try submitting her designs again?
You will fail.
Rarity,
What
I
do you
believe
know?
in you. Now, can you just
That's a
believe
sign
in
of a
yourself?
true friend there.
Sweetie Belle embraced her. A warmth built within Rarity that she felt her heart mend. Tears gently rolled off of her face, but these tears felt different. They
Happiness.
were happy. She returned her sister's hug with interest.
What the hell,
And
man?
in this moment, she knew there would be no more submissions.
No.
She would buy that boutique. She would make it on her own. She would listen to her sister and believe in herself.
Believe in
She
yourself.
felt the monster's presence, but it was weak.
It
Very
will
weak.
never work.
How would you know? You're just a fucking monster, aren't you?
And just like that, she could feel the monster start to fade.
You have silenced me this time, but I will always be with you.
Your conscience.
Yet, even as it faded to nothing, she felt the monster's horrible smile to the last second.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
For what?
for believing in me when I couldn't believe in myself.
There was never a monster in the room. The monster lived inside of her the whole time.
Conscience!
However, now it was dormant, waiting for its moment to strike back. Yet as long as she believed in herself, she
Believe in
knew
yourself!
that she could stand up to the monster should it arise once more. And if for some reason she couldn't handle the darkness inside of her alone, she knew that she could rely on her sister to
And
help
friends.
her find the light.
And
again.
friends. And friends. Okay, that was Monsters MLP Dark Soul fanfic reading. That was good. And Scribbler, you did a amazing job in that reading. That was actually excellent. I love that. Bravo to you. Thank you, Sweetie Belle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I need. Is fucking Sweetie Belle. And a round of applause. Ooh, we need better sound effects. Sound effects, please. That was good. That was a good story. I can't believe I made that bloody blooper in the video. That's a very good scribbler. I was like, what the bloody hell, man? What am I doing to myself? At first, I thought the monster was part of the mannequin, but it's not until near the end it's her own conscience. And normally, when it comes with conscience, or you see it in cartoons, sometimes, or sometimes in movies, you got one conscience telling what is right, the true conscience, and you got the bad conscience. You got the conscience saying you're doing a terrible job, and you got another conscience saying no, you're not. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. We all been there. We all got that negative thing. I done a bad job. That's your conscience. That is your bad. That is your like conscience saying saying you've done a bad job. But what does your conscience know? You're the one. You're the one who is making the project. You don't know it's going to be bad. Push through it. Me, like Applejack, I believe. Not sure that's correct. I am very, very modest. And when people say in comments or especially on Facebook that you are a famous YouTuber, you're the great. I'm thinking, I'm not famous. I'm just a normal guy making reaction videos. I'm not famous. I don't think I'm famous. Okay, I might have nearly 6,000 subs, but I'm nowhere near famous, and I'm very modest like that. I love your work. I'm like, really? You love my work? I'm just a normal YouTuber reacting to videos. What makes my work different from other people's? That's the thing about YouTube. You don't think you're good enough on YouTube. You just make these videos for fun. And people enjoy it. They're thinking, people like my content? It's just something... Is that a feeling? It's like when I'm making my first story, I just think to myself, this is shit, no one's going to read this. And people say, oh, that's a good story. Really? It was a good story? Come on. At the end of the day, it was Rarity's conscience. And it's just a rarity sometimes.
Seriously?
Sorry. No problem. Sorry. Very sorry. Very sorry. Like, don't listen to your bad thoughts. It's basically your conscience is bad. You got two consciences, one bad thoughts, good thoughts. Don't listen to the bad thoughts. Listen to the good thoughts. Listen what is good about the dresses. Don't put yourself down, people say. Don't put yourself down. You've done an excellent job. And just ignore this negativity. Can I say it correctly? Yeah, that one. But overall, it was an excellent story. I love this story, and I thought it was connecting to the other story with Fluttershy. Okay, well, hope you like this reaction and all my reaction videos I do, and I'll see you next time. Oh, yes.
And I'll fly